Hello and welcome to my studio. My name is Ido Agassi and today I want to help you prepare for Inktober. Although this video is very specific for that subject, I'm sure each and every one of you can learn about cutting paper, folding it, and making signatures. Inktober is a drawing challenge that runs throughout October. Jake Parker created Inktober in 2009 as a challenge to improve his inking skill and develop positive drawing habits. The idea behind Inktober is to encourage you to draw each and every day of the month. To help you come up with ideas, they publish a list of prompts for each of the 31 days. My son Shaked has participated for the last 5 years. After exploring different papers and formats, we found a great solution that allows you to bind your drawings in signatures. Signatures, also called sections, are folded sheets of paper nested one inside the other, allowing you to sew the entire book. It was important for him. I'll make this video to help others prepare. There are a couple of different approaches that you can prepare for this Inktober challenge. The first one is to just make single sheets of paper and add margins that you can bind it afterwards in a Japanese binding. So 1.5 centimeter you need to leave as margins for sewing the book. I will show you how a Japanese binding looks. 1.5 centimeter from the edge is sewn together, and then you can just sew and bind single sheets of paper. I want to show you how to make signatures because signatures allow you a lot of options. With signatures, you can make a hardcover binding, and you can also make a Coptic binding. There's the front and back cover, and the signatures are sewn with the spine that is revealed. If you are interested in learning one of these techniques or all of them, they are all available on Skillshare. What I would do is add in the description a link to my profile on Skillshare, and from that link you get 1 month free. So let me put everything aside and I'll show you what I made for my son. Is called long stitch binding technique. And because the spine is soft and you sew the signatures inside the spine, that allows you flexibility to open 360 degrees. And this is a great option for artists and their sketchbook to write and to draw. Long stitch is a bit more advanced, but I'm planning to go in depth about this binding technique in the future, and when I do, I would link it here. So enough talking and let's start working. I'll bring some papers. You can choose Bristol board from Strathmore. This is 270 grams. This is this paper that Shaked uses in 2020. Okay, it's a thick paper. You can also go for a toned tan. The size, by the way, is 11 inches on 14 inches. This is 118 grams. Shaked chose the toned tan paper to allow himself the option to draw light or dark. The middle tone of the paper gives you that flexibility. You can also go with this beautiful toned gray, and this is actually what we are going to use for cutting. So I'll move everything aside and start working. So we are going with the gray one. Let me tear one paper. I'll move this aside. I'll take a ruler and my knife. I would line it up on my green mat and cut the edge here. Great. Now I'm going to take my weight and ruler and mark 17.5 and 17.5 here. By the way, this is a needle just connected to a piece of plastic, and it allows me to make the exact points with the needle. The point of the needle is always the same. With the pencil, the sharpness changes and then you can be off by a bit. So let me put my ruler between these two dots and I will cut it. Make sure it's disconnected and then I move in the ruler. Let's do it again. I'll mark 17 and a half, 17 and a half. Of course, if you are working in inches, this is 7 inches. And I'll cut it. Now I'll take a bone folder, take the paper, bring it to the weight, see that it's touching, fold it first with your hand and then with the bone folder. Let's do it again here. Take the paper, see that it's corner to corner, hold it first with my hand and then with the bone folder. Now what I'm doing is nesting one paper inside the other. Each paper has 4 pages, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And when I'm nesting it together, it gives us 8 pages. We want to make 8 signatures, and we are going to draw on one side, and that would give us 32 pages for drawing. And because we are lucky and we need the title page, like you see here, the title page, then we have 31 days and 1 title page, and it's perfect for us. So let's continue preparing all the signatures. As you can see, there is a dotted line here. That means there's perforations here. Let me tear another paper. Now I'm going to fold it with the dotted line. It's a good thing that I have a bone folder to help me crease it. And now we can disconnect it. And I'll cut it. Let's do it again here. I'll bring the paper, bring corner to corner, see everything is aligned, hold it, fold first with the hand and then with the bone folder. So I finished the 8 signatures, and now what I'm going to do is take a pencil and write numbers from 1 to 31 except the title page. So if this is the title page, this would be 1 and this would be 2 and this would be 3 and the next signature would be 4 and so on. The reason we are going to draw only on one side is because the paper can bleed. I want to show you what I mean. Here, Shaked uses alcohol markers, or if you use heavy inking, then the paper bleeds, as you can see. So to prevent from ruining the next drawing or the previous one, what we are going to do is just draw on this one, leave this one blank, and then draw on the next one. What Shaked also does, he puts a waste paper inside just to make sure nothing would happen, and if the paper is bleeding more than he intended to, it won't damage the other side. So this is a great tip by Shaked, but there is a risk, I must say, because when you start the drawing, okay, if you take the paper, the first side, not a problem, you're drawing it. If you're not content, you could put it aside, but what happens when you draw the other side and something went wrong? Then you have a problem, but don't worry, I have a solution. I'll show you. What I'm going to do is open the signature. Let's say this is the good side, okay? And this, something went wrong. What I'm going to do is flip over. I'll take the ruler and measure 1 centimeter here and cut. Okay? So we have the good drawing and we have just a bit of the paper to connect another piece of paper. So what I'm going to do, let me cut from this one exactly in half. And this gives us exactly the same size. You bring it to see everything is aligned here and here. I'll put a piece of weight. Now I'll bring a piece of waste paper to put underneath. Before I glue it, you can also use this double-sided tape. I don't like to work with double-sided tape because I don't know how long it would hold and the acid inside the tape. I'm not sure what you are going to use. I'm using here a white glue. We want it as dry as we can because we don't want the paper to distort. What I'm going to do is put a bit of glue, not a lot, just on the 1 centimeter that we already cut. I'll take the waste paper out, take my bone folder, fold it on it, and then connect with the bone folder, see everything is straight. So now we actually have the good side with the drawing already and a new one for the new drawing. So this is a very nice solution. So don't be alarmed if something goes wrong, you always can do this. I'll put a weight on it so it would dry properly. So that's it for this video. I hope it would help you prepare for Inktober. Enjoy the challenge and make sure to subscribe to my channel if you're interested in things related to letterpress, bookbinding, or box making. Thank you for watching and being here, and I'll see you in my next video.